Have I ever told you about Whiny Rock? Well, growing up, I had an older brother and two younger sisters who are identical twins. So yes, that means I am the middle child. It also means that we fought a lot, but I never won. Okay, so I was always fighting with my older brother, and because he was bigger than me and, more advanced than me, he always won. And then every time I fought with my younger sisters, it was always 2-on-1. And every time we would start fighting, my parents would eventually have to step in. And my dad, if any of us had a bad attitude, he would send us out to something called Whiny Rock. This was in our backyard. It wasn't like a timeout place. It was just a rock that we had to go sit on. And every time we would stand on Whiny Rock and he would look out at us, he'd open the back door and say, "Hey, you good?" And if we didn't answer with a good attitude, or if we weren't like, "Hey, yeah, we're okay," and actually mean it, he would just shut the door. It didn't matter if it was snowing or raining or blazing outside. We were stuck on Whiny Rock until we got out of the bitterness and the resentment. And you know what? Looking back on it, I actually realized what it taught me. You see, there was no time limit to Whiny Rock. It actually taught me this, that it was up to me how long I stayed on Whiny Rock. Are you still stuck on Whiny Rock? I love what the author of Hebrews talks about when it talks about bitterness and the toxic emotion that it is. They actually write this and say, "See to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many." The Bible shows us just how toxic the emotion of bitterness actually is for us. In fact, consider this God's moment coming to you and opening the back door and saying, "Hey, are you good? Where are you at?" Bitterness is so toxic to our lives. It's toxic to our relationships. It's toxic to our jobs and our dreams and our goals. In fact, I believe this, God has a plan and purpose for your life. Plans and purposes that far exceed what your expectations are. He's got good works for you in the future. He's got amazing things that he wants to bring you into, but bitterness has no place in it. Bitterness can't go with you into the future that God has for you. And so he's opening the back door and saying, "Hey, are you good? Are you ready to come off Whiny Rock?" And so my encouragement to you is this: let go of bitterness. Practice the difficult art of forgiveness and step into the future that God has for you. I hope this blesses you today.